There is one place left at the top table of English football. The Championship playoff final, Bristol City against Hull City. The teams with Don Goodman and Bill Leslie.
Bristol City have that late change thrust upon them. Jamie McCoon woke up this morning with a stomach bug. He misses out. Liam Fontaine called up to the starting lineup for the first time in 2 months. Elsewhere it's unchanged. It means that the manager had to break the news to his son. He wouldn't be starting the match. Australian Nick Carl keeps the shirt alongside Bristol City's young player of the year, Marvin Elliott. Bristol City captained, of course, by their boyhood fan, Lewis Carey. Unlike the opponents, no need for a change for Hull City. It's the same side that started both legs of the semi-final win against Watford. More experience, certainly, particularly with the Hull-born duo, Nicky Barmby and Dean Windass. So the date, the 24th of May, for the 28th match played here at the new Wembley. By the end of it, we'll know the identity of the 42nd different club to play in the Premier League. Both sides with confidence coursing through their players after convincing and highly effective playoff semi-final wins against two sides who were the favourites to prevail. Slightly harder it was for Bristol City, extra time required to see off Crystal Palace. But Hull City, after a couple of nervous moments against Watford in the home leg, really put their foot on the gas and come here perhaps as the marginal favourites.
I think the word marginal is absolutely accurate as well. There's so little between these two teams. It really is going to be thrilling to see the tactical battle that comes to fruition.
Both these clubs as their average gate in the Coca-Cola Championship this season, averaging under 20,000. Every single ticket available for sale for this match was sold out by both these clubs. Barmby looking to ask questions of the new boy in the lineup, Fontaine and Garcia. Well, perhaps that's down to a few Wembley nerves.
Well, we'll give him that one, shall we?
Did get the jump. Fraser Campbell, cross comes McAllister, in goes the challenge, waved away by Alan Wiley. Resulting cross is an inviting one at the far post.
Well, both get there though, Barmby. I was going to say, both fullbacks have got good defending to do here. First of all, it's McAllister there. Look, just gets a foot on the ball. That's a great tackle. And then at the far post, as Windass stands this up, Bradley Orr has to win this, and he does so. Nick Barmby coming in behind him.
We've just seen Hull City's best moments of this final so far. They reward their corner, and the Bristol City defence, deprived of one of its key men, Bradley Orr, feeling the effects of giving away this corner. In it's swept by Hughes. Happy to see it go wide there, Bristol City.
And Turner has got on the score sheet from set pieces many times this season. Iliad Ebola not happy. He feels he was being held down here as the ball comes in. They have a little battle there. He climbs all over the back of him. He just misses anyway, thankfully, from a Bristol City perspective.
5 goals from the back this season. Brown, still down to 10 men here, Bristol City, as Bradley Orr gets treatment. Now McAllister. Carl. Elliott, who's filling in at the moment at right back for Bradley Orr. Now Lee Trammell trying to manoeuvre it onto that left foot of it. Good block by Brown. Here's McIndoe. Teed up towards Iliad Ebola. Away by Wayne Brown. This is Carl now for Bristol City. Ashby just got in there. Body between man and ball, and Carl took the bait.
Well, that's what Ian Ashby does ever so well for his Hull City team. Mops things up, and Nick Carl, it's a silly free kick to give away. His team were on attack, and he's hacked into the back of Ian Ashby.
It was in clearing it away from Nicky Barmby that he picked up that injury. Just looks a cut above the eye, doesn't it?
He was brave defending. He had to win it for his team. Nicky Barmby was stealing in there.
Barmby for Hughes. Space here for Ricketts, the Welsh international fullback. Goes to the far post where there is no Bradley Orr, of course. Barmby with the overhead. Fraser Campbell missed it. McAllister can clear it.
It's just one or two signs, isn't it, over the last 5 minutes from Hull City. You can hear the crowd responding to that.
It's the first half too, this first half, which has ebbed and flowed just when Bristol City threatened that they might gain the higher ground, so Hull have come right back at them. Still Bradley Orr gets treatment. And look to utilise the pace of Fraser Campbell. Here's Brian Hughes. Ricketts. Windass. This is a good spell from Hull. It's Ricketts' cross. It's Garcia. It is just over.
That's super football from Hull City. Again, they link up ever so well down that right-hand side. It's Dean Windass and Ricketts this time. It's a lovely ball, and Garcia coming in from wide there to get on the end of this. And as he gets in there, it's just a fraction too high, but that will give Hull City an awful lot of encouragement.
Scored a wonderful goal, didn't he, in the home rout, as it turned out, particularly in the second half against Watford. So we wait for the first name on the Wembley score sheet of the playoff final. The Premier League prize awaiting in 2008. Ashby. Well, Orr is back on, so Bristol City have a little more steel to their defence. Certainly full complement in terms of numbers restored. Garcia. Ashby. Dawson.
It's good pressure, isn't it, from Bristol City? Good closing down, closed down as a team, forced Hull back.
Carey wins it again. Noble. Marvin Elliott. Whistle went to mouth, no advantage came, so free kick follows. They'll take it quickly. Looking to catch Bristol City unawares. Ricketts. Dawson. Bristol City are being stretched out of shape. Dawson hangs it up. McAllister got the touch. Here's Dean Windass.
He's trying to lift that back up and over, but Hull are really forcing the issue now. This time it's from the left-hand side, and Dawson crosses it. Fontaine misses it, and Dean Windass trying to lift that back to the far post. And he's getting more involved now, isn't he, Dean Windass? And you can see the reason why, because they've turned this round now, Hull City. They're now enjoying the lion's share of the ball.
Really Adebola looking to help it on, but using foul means to get above Brown. What's encouraging in terms of the game as a spectacle, though, both sides trying to play their football.
It's been a fantastic opening 25 minutes, hasn't it? They're both confident teams, full of belief. They believe that they can go and impose their own game on the opposition and go on and win this game and get their club up into the Premier League.
Backing in there, Dean Windass. And Wiley keeping an eagle eye on that developing duel.
Called him over, didn't he? Dean Windass called Alan Wiley over at him there, didn't he? I think he wants to explain a few things. As the ball comes up towards him, he's got his eyes fixed on. He is backing. Lewis Carey goes up early. There's not an awful lot wrong with that, to be honest. Alan Wiley was in close proximity.
They might just feel, Bristol City, that they've weathered a little bit of the storm. Chance for them anyway to spend some time in the opposition half. Ashby again there to mop up in front of his back four. Barnby hoping that Windass was on his way. Ricketts, Ashby, now Garcia. There's the man who thought he was among the substitutes till this morning. Brought in late on, the first time he's been in the starting lineup for the best part of 2 months. Ashby looks long, Campbell tries to get him behind, ball checks. And it was much closer than it might have been.
Well, Peter Beardsley spoke before the game about how the ball bounces and checks, and it does here. It holds up in the grass, and Nicky Barnby just runs under it. It's checked up that much, and Bristol City get lucky.
Adebola, McIndoe, looking for Trundle, only finding Brown. McAllister. Brown again. Part of the Ipswich setup, although not the Ipswich side. And they got one of their rare playoff successes here. The final season of the playoffs at the old Wembley it was. Trundle slid in for Adebola.
Stronger from him again, isn't it? Hunting in packs, Hull City back there. Very, very good unit.
Carl now. McIndoe. It's neither one thing nor the other in the end.
Yeah, gets crowded out. Lots of amber shirts around you when you get that ball in the final third.
Fontaine. Here's Carl. Orr. And Noble. McIndoe. Trying to turn it round the corner. Turner was there. Now Brown to clear. And Garcia. Fraser Campbell. Shots off Fontaine. Finds Barnby. Dawson. Hughes. Ricketts makes his move down the Hull City right. Free weight in the middle. Barnby at the far post. Windass underneath it. McIndoe. And a chance for him to run at Ricketts. Looks for Adebola. Carl. Noble. McIndoe again has come in to try and get some joy centrally. Asking Trundle to move wide. Carl. Noble. Cries of shoot from the Bristol City supporters, no surprise after his contributions in the semi-final. Trundle, away by Brown. Promising Bristol City build-up, delivered little in the end. Well over half an hour played, and it's turning out to be as enthralling and captivating a contest as we thought it might be. Not a whole load of chances, but two teams who are certainly trying to do things the right way.
Absolutely. It's been a good opening part to this match. I think both managers will be fairly content with the way their teams have settled down into this match. Just still waiting for that real clear opening that could turn this game.
Bubbling under, isn't it? Waiting for a catalyst, a spark. And there are players out there who can provide it. Noble being one of them. Trundle certainly another. Just wanted too much time.
And that's where he really wanted to get that ball onto his left foot. And Hull City, they've done the homework. They know all about Lee Trundle. And they didn't let him.
Pulled back by Alan Wiley. It was significant in the home game, particularly against Crystal Palace. And he prevented him largely getting the ball on his left foot at all. The two occasions he did. Once he scored a decisive goal, and the other time he hit the crossbar.
Well, he has got a fantastic left foot. Terrific ability to strike the ball hard. He can bend it, he can place it. He's got good, quick feet. He's very one-sided. That might be the only criticism, really.
Dawson. Bristol City captain. Looking for Trundle. Looking to check on the ball, makes life awkward. Lee Trundle might just be able to get some joy here. And get some help from Adebola.
Well, Michael McIndoe's holding his arms out because he was up there in support of Lee Trundle. If he could have just turned out and rolled it back.
Carl, early ball, hits Trundle. Now McIndoe. Back in by Carl. Adebola came off the back of the head of Turner. Made it look cool and composed under pressure.
Well, it's getting tighter and tighter out there, isn't it? It's going to take a moment of magic, or maybe a mistake, perhaps a concentration.
Barnby makes a present of it to McIndoe. Is that the mistake you're talking about, Don? Doesn't prove costly, not this time anyway. Just over 10 minutes left on the first half. As the minutes tick by, everyone is so aware of the significance. It's a club-changing afternoon for these two in terms of the financial rewards and the prestige, the locations on the map that they will be looking at next season. Old Trafford, Anfield, the Emirates Stadium, Stamford Bridge. No surprise as the clock ticks on, so it gets more nervy.
Significance of the first goal in these games often proves decisive, doesn't it? Both managers, both clubs, both teams will be fully aware of that.
Carl. Ball. McAllister. McIndoe. Just eased out of it by Ashby. Too much so for Alan Wiley's liking.
He felt that Michael McIndoe had overrun that and that he was stronger than him in the challenge, but again, Alan Wiley was right, in the perfect position to see what was going on there.
So a Bristol City set piece. Closer to the halfway line than the penalty box, but nonetheless, sure it's a base that has been covered by Gary Johnson. McAllister will take it. Cluster of red on the edge of the box. A flurry of movement and a Hull City clearance. Carl. McAllister. Adebola. Fontaine of absolute Barnby. Noble. Carl. Noble for McIndoe. Now McAllister. Turner on hand for Hull. Marvin Elliott. Trundle. Down towards McIndoe. Ashby going to loop it clear. And Bristol City just starting to turn the screw a little bit. Think about elusive end product though. It's Elliott towards McIndoe. It's Dele Adebola and it's away by Ricketts.
Well, it's his first touch. Gets away from him. Now Hull City can counter-attack.
It's Nick Barmby. Windass to his right, Campbell to his left. Hull City's top scorer, Fraser Campbell. A slip by Lewis Carey. Windass! Quite simply, destined to be from Team Windass. A clinical volley, a vital step forward, and who knows, maybe that's the moment from the hometown boy that for 104 years of history, the city of Hull has been dreaming about.
Well, it's fairy tale stuff, isn't it? For the first time, Fraser Campbell is allowed to turn and run, and he leaves the defenders on their backside, but then he's got the presence of mind to spot Windass, and how about that for volleying technique? It is first class, gets his head still, watches the ball right onto his foot. Well, the rest is history. That is absolutely magnificent. And nothing more than Phil Brown would expect from a player of Dean Windass's quality. What a big goal.
Doesn't he know it? Number 201 of an illustrious and lengthy career in English football.
You just couldn't write the script, could you?
I thought all the endings had been used up in those semi-finals with the Windass and Barmby double act, but another chapter written. Daring to dream. Very nearly halfway there now, though. And the fairy godfather, Dean Windass. And a wave of that right boot has put Hull into the driving seat.
It was clinical, absolutely clinical. Adriano Basso, Bristol City's player of the year, absolutely no chance of keeping that ball out of the net.
And Bristol City bounce back, McIndoe's offside. And it all came, didn't it, from a Bristol City attack that broke down.
Well, it was a counter-attack, there's no doubt about it. Bristol City were enjoying possession, and Dean Windass has punished them, and this is how. As I say, good movement from Campbell. He gets Liam Fontaine, wrong foots him, and then Lewis Carey slips. But he looks up. This is what's brilliant about it. He picks out Dean Windass, and look how far away Adriano Basso is from that. It is a brilliant, brilliant goal.
Well, that is the decisive moment in this match. Few will begrudge it to Dean Windass. Elliott caught into action straight away. That's helped on by McIndoe and so on by Trundle. Adebola. Brown is down. Carl. What sort of response will Bristol City have to the upheaval, both in terms of the goal conceded and in terms of losing a key man in unfortunate circumstances? Early signs are positive. Noble. Tidied up by Wayne Brown. Noble looking for Trundle. Brown to clear. Remember, 6 minutes of added time were shown, but it could well be more. And the goal for Bristol City would change the complexion completely once again. They seek it here. Looking for Adebola, away by Brown.
Well, it's a good response, isn't it? Since the stoppage, and the crowd are getting right behind them. I want to finish this half with a flourish.
Elliott. Campbell again, it away from Fontaine. Windass and Ashby, Barnby too, joining the attack. It's good recovery by Fontaine. Now McIndoe. Carl.
There's not many options in front of them at the moment.
Find the one that is there in Dele Adebola.
When you look at the way Hull City broke to score that goal, it was really fast break, full of drive and determination to get up and support the front boys. This really should be setting an example to Bristol City on how breaking it up and counter-attacking is done.
Lee Johnson. Trundle wants it early. Adebola, the lone figure in red inside the Hull penalty area. Now Noble. Trundle, McIndoe there now. And a dig from distance from Noble.
Well, he brought the right to that with his spectacular goal in the first leg of the semi-final at Selhurst Park, didn't he? But not his best effort.
In the 7th minute of added time at the end of the first half now. And an injury to Bradley Orr, which understandably took the shine off a most wonderful and most memorable goal of Dean Windass. Scored a few in his career. It might just go down as the most memorable and the most significant. Bristol City will have something to say about it, but Hull exactly where they want to be as this first half comes to a close. Carl.
Well, Lee Johnson slotting in there. He will be getting his foot on the ball. He's an orchestrator of moves, isn't he, for Bristol City? Disappointed when he got injured, but like you say, he's come on the field and he's got plenty of time to prove influential on this game.
Carry away. One of the initial things you notice about this new midfield pairing is it's not the biggest, is it? Lee Johnson and Nick Carl.
It's very creative, though. That'll be the positive for it.
Windass, can he touch for Barnby? Now Ashby. Johnson breaks it up. Looks for Dele Adebola.
Turner again, he's been everywhere, hasn't he? Back there.
Demonstrating on the big stage, Michael Turner, why he was voted the Hull City Player of the Year. Now Lewis Carey. Adebola beaten in the air by Turner. Hughes. Garcia. Fontaine. Adebola, Trundle. Goalkeeper always the favourite to get there first, and so it proved. Foul on Garcia. Frustrations for McAllister. The last thing they need is a man losing their cool, Bristol City. Since the start of the day, and now they've lost two defenders for a variety of reasons. And they've lost a goal to this man. A very special moment for Dean Windass is what separates these two sides and what puts Hull City in the driving seat for that final Premier League place next season. A moment to savour for Hull City, and that is why they lead here at Wembley by 1 goal. Look at the fact that last season they were playing in the 3rd level of English football. They'll look at the fact that it's been 28 years since they were relegated from the top tier. They'll look at all the effort they've put in over the 46 games of the Coca-Cola Championship season, and they'll look at the fact that they have 45 minutes to keep their top-flight dream alive. No changes to personnel at half-time. That's away by Brown. This is Lee Johnson, who came on for the stricken Bradley Orr. And this is Marvin Elliott, who replaces him at right back. Cut out by Ashby. On by Adebola. McIndoe. His contribution in the second half will be key. Lee Johnson. Nick Carl. Lively start by Bristol City. Carl. Wide.
It might be wide, but it is a lively start by Bristol City. It's going to need a little bit more of the same. It's their midfielders linking up here. Johnson back heels to Carl. It opens up a little bit for him. Decides to let fly. Way off target, but at least it's a statement of positive intent.
And you would sense that they would be looking for this goal sooner rather than later, Bristol City. They'll be only too aware of the threat on the bench. The likes of Caleb Folan, who possesses such power and pace. Fagan, a playoff winner with Derby County last season. Ricketts looks long for Hull, to the provider of that goal that separates the sides, Fraser Campbell. Showed great maturity, didn't he, with his decision-making to pick out the veteran Dean Windass.
That was very, very unselfish play, wasn't it? His opportunity had gone as he drifted wider, but he had the presence of mind to look up, spot a free Dean Windass and deliver the perfect pass for him to thrash that volley into the back of the net.
Ricketts.
I just feel there's more to come from the forward players of Bristol City. Dilly Adebola, Lee Trundle, and the two wide boys, McIndoe and Noble. Bristol City will want to get them much, much more involved if they possibly can.
Garcia. Now Andy Dawson, in hopes he'll be joining his kid brother Michael in the Premier League next season. Michael of Spurs, of course. Family already a winner on this ground this season. He was part of that Carling Cup winning side for Tottenham. Another factor as well, Don, is the heat here at Wembley. Might be a slightly overcast afternoon. Slight breeze as well, but it is touching 30 degrees, we understand, down there pitch side. And you can see the temperature gauge down by the dugout.
It's hot down there.
Helped on by Garcia. Basso out in the nick of time.
You just wonder at what stage, might be another 20-25 minutes from now before we feel the effects of this hot day. But at some stage, there will be players wilting out there, you would think.
McIndoe. Lee Johnson wants it. McIndoe has other ideas. This is Noble. Trying to work her way through. Came off the arm of Hughes. And Bristol City have hope.
Well, he looks dumbfounded, doesn't he? He's saying, how on earth is this intentional? He's about half a yard away. It's lifted up. He can't possibly do anything about that. This could be a big arguing point if Bristol City manufacture anything from this.
I mentioned already that he was the referee who gave that Carrican ball, which allowed Chelsea to beat Manchester United in the closing stages of the Premier League campaign. Well, this is Bristol City's reward here.
They do work hard, very, very hard on set pieces. They are a threat.
Noble and McIndoe, the two standing over it. David Noble hits it, but straight down the throat of Myhill.
It's a tame effort, really. At the end of the day, doesn't really generate any power. He gets it up and round. It's easy pickings for Boaz Myhill.
McIndoe. On by McAllister, here's Lee Trundle. Still going, Trundle!
That's brilliant, brilliant, brilliant skill. The only thing is, it ends up on his right foot. He doesn't get the power or the direction, but look at this. He stands Wayne Brown, twists him inside out, and he's unlucky. Great skill.
2 goals in his last 3. 3 in his last 27, Lee Trundle. Just shows you how he's come good towards the end of the season. How he would have wished that could have been on his other foot, though. I've have seen a very different outcome. Carl. Now McIndoe.
Well, they're just pressing, aren't they, Bristol City? Asking the questions. This time it's McIndoe finding space, look. He hits it early. He's swerving away. It's a decent hands by Myhill in the end.
Well, they are the 2 players who've had those efforts, who have been among the goals recently for Bristol City. They are asking the questions, but taking risks as well. Caleb Folland bearing down on Lewis Carey. McIndoe. Upended by Ashby. There's one final throw of the dice available to Gary Johnson in Bristol City, and that is top scorer Darren Byfield. He's almost ready. Up towards Dele Adebola, Tyner again, a formidable barrier in the way.
Well, he's been a colossal, hasn't he, at the back there? Michael Turner, player of the year. Big physical battle with Dele Adebola. Arms around a little bit, look, to be fair. Referee doesn't see anything wrong with that, but if that had been outside the box, you wonder whether he had been blowing the whistle.
Instructions from the bench as the final changes made. Nick Carl sacrifice for Darren Byfield. Quarter of an hour to go, time running out. The unlikeliest of promotees at the start of the season, Bristol City. Still not away from them.
Darren Byfield has scored a playoff winning goal for Walsall at the Millennium. He's got this big game experience.
Saying before the game as well, he would be more than happy to be cast in the role of super sub. Well, it's down to him now. Can he add to the 8 goals this season?
6 of those from the bench as well. Another effective substitute.
Hughes.
They are taking risks now, pushing bodies forward. Marvin Elliott's back in the middle of midfield, look. Fighting for the ball there, and they're playing with 3 defenders, Bristol City.
Against 2 very, very dangerous opponents in Folland and Campbell. Fagan trying to get beyond him. We might just see the first yellow card of this final for Ivan Sproul.
Yeah. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say this is a striker's tap challenge. He chases back well. Fagan does well. Sproul nowhere near the ball. All of this eats up valuable time for Hull City.
Dawson. Fagan. Garcia. Good turn from Garcia. Stinging shot as well.
Oh, super strike. Bristol City looking to get on with it.
Darren Byfield. This is McIndoe. Trundle.
Need to get hold of it. Can't afford it.
A record for a playoff final. The good folk of Bristol and Hull doing their clubs proud. Campbell. That's a good battle with Fontaine. Shirt pulling in there. Free kick for Hull.
Look at those two boys. Not long to go now. What a day they've had. I'll just be praying. It's not very often you wish your life away, but I bet they're doing that now.
The veteran section of the Hull City bench. Oh, goodness me, those two have played such a part in guiding Hull from the third-place finish to the third promotion place. 11 minutes plus added time away now, but 2 Nicky Barmby goals and 2 Dean Windass goals in 3 playoff games. 2 players born in Hull, 2 Hull City supporters. If you'd offered it up as a script before the playoffs, it might have been waved away as unrealistic.
Fantastic story, isn't it?
Brian Hughes. Well, Hull would love a second to get a bit of breathing space and start those celebrations a little bit early. Garcia. It's great tenacity from Garcia. Cut up for Caleb Folan. Real chance here. And it hit Fraser Campbell and is cleared away.
And Fraser Campbell was down with cramp, saw that it was coming towards him and got up and nearly got his head on that and diverted it in.
McIndoe. Trundle. Trying to get the curl on the ball, he lost the accuracy.
Well, that's just been the difference between these two teams today. Quality in that final third, whether it be a cross, whether it be a finish or a shot. That's going to be the fundamental difference if it stays the way it is for these Bristol fans.
It might not feel like it if the scoreline stays like this at the end of play and they prepare themselves, they cut their cloth for another season in the Championship, but important to remember, they finished with 7-8 points behind Scunthorpe in second place in League One last season. Just look where Scunthorpe are now and look where Bristol City. It's been an astonishing effort this season. Make no mistake, under Gary Johnson, they will come again. No one will be underestimating them next season. I'm sure Hull City won't be underestimating them in the final 10 minutes here either. Sprawl. Lee Johnson's got a little bit of space to deal with here. Closed quickly by Fagan. Ivan Sprawl. Closed out well on that far side. In goes Lewis Carey. Strong, combative player down. Alan Wiley blows the whistle. Folan may well have hurt himself here. Well, the referee hasn't given anything for the challenge by Lewis Carey.
Well, Lewis Carey was very, very committed. I think the ball was getting away from him. And one thing in his mind, and that's to try and retrieve it for his team. And as he lunges in there, look, you can see over the ball, just catches the top of Caleb Folan's foot. There it is there, and that's a painful blow. We've had Fraser Campbell as well, going down with cramp.
2 prongs of the Hull City attack, not operating as they might be. This looks worrying. I mean, you see situations which look like the contact's relatively minimal, but how many times have we seen broken metatarsals and the like spring from something along those lines? Concern etched on the face of Phil Brown. So near, but yet so far from an improbable but extraordinary end to this Hull City season. Came pretty close, didn't they, these two clubs 12 months ago to swapping places. Phil Brown, half a season in charge to keep them in the Championship. Bristol City closing in on automatic promotion from League One. Could have been a very different story, but here they are. Keenly contested from start to finish. Fascinating contest between two sides who've really punched above their weight in the Championship this season. And it has taken something special, something very special from Dean Windass to put Hull so close to where they have never been before in their history. Hope starting to turn to belief. It's starting to dawn on those hordes in amber But they are so close now. Bristol City, on the other hand, starting to feel that they have come so close and may well have to head back up the M4 empty-handed.
I do feel there's still time. And all they need is that one chance, Bristol City. They won't have given up just yet. And how often do you see late goals and drama in games like this?
Hats on. Seemed to catch an awkward one there, Hughes. Goes in a little wildly, although he didn't make a lot of contact. The referee has given the free kick and may give a little bit more.
Well, he was annoyed. He thought he should have had a free kick just before that.
Poland returns to the fray, but you can't say he's moving as cleanly as he might want to. They have another change in mind, Hull. Away by Ashby. Back in by Carey. Dele Adebola. This is Darren Byfield. McIndoe. Should be the goalkeeper's ball. It's an awkward one for him. It's Trundle, and that could be the most significant moment of this second half. Michael Turner, the Hull City Player of the Year, with an astonishing block.
Well, you're just waiting for the referee to blow his whistle, but City doesn't get anything on it. It's a clear force to Trundle. What a block that is, and Gary Johnson thinks he cannot believe it. And that is a massive moment in this game.
In by Lee Johnson.
Is that the chance?
McIndoe. It's that man Turner again. Player of the Year, they might upgrade it to Player of the Century, although Dean Windass would have something to say about that. In towards Brown, it's fallen to Michael McIndoe, wanted too long. Ashby closed him out. What a finale in prospect eras. Bristol City fight to the finish. Walking wounded in the amber of Hull.
And he's hobbling around, but he's in and around where it counts to clear the danger. Caleb Folan.
McIndoe. McAllister. Folan. Fraser Campbell on the move. Carey could be caught out. Campbell on his own. Folan trying to make up the ground to join him. Campbell.
That's a tired effort. He's disappointed with it, and I'm pretty certain had it been earlier in the game, he would have been looking to run Lewis Carey.
Carey. Adebola target man, and just over agonisingly by Byfield.
Oh, he's holding his head. Again, it's a decent opportunity. As Adebola flicks it on, Byfield just can't quite get above it, but this is the earlier one. Arvin Elliott jumps with Myhill, but it comes to Trundle. Decent touch, but look at Turner, he's out, stretches his whole body and gets a vital block, and look at the agony on their faces.
When it is your day, those sort of opportunities find a way through. The deflection takes it beyond the goalkeeper, not beyond the goal mouth. Bristol playing with a fire that would suggest that they don't think this is beyond them just yet. They'll still have hopes of extra time, taking this one all the way. But it is running out 2.5 minutes plus stoppage time remain. Byfield, eluded 3. Sprawl. Well, it could have been Sprawl, but Fagan intercepted.
Some tired play out there, isn't there? I dread to think if Bristol can nick one and it goes to extra time. Sure they'll find some energy from somewhere.
60 million good reasons why they just might. Ebola, Byfield. Another chance, goes begging.
And again, he probably had a little bit more time than he realises here, Darren Byfield. Once again, they have to go long, Bristol City. Ebola wins the flick. I don't know, could he have just taken a little touch to the side there? Credit to Bristol City, they're still having a go. You can see they're still edging the attempts. Not enough of those attempts for Bristol on the goal.
On by Ebola, Trundle trying to get him behind. Ebola again, Lee Trundle. On the corner for Sprawl, what a chance! Byfield denied by Ricketts.
Oh, you can see why this team, this Hull City team, don't concede goals. They're prepared to throw their bodies in and get blocks in. And that's a couple of vital ones.
They must be starting to think it's their day now. In the last minute, Sprawl. Little hope from Ivan Sprawl.
Look at Dean Windass. He's done his piece. Just doesn't want to watch. But Sam Ricketts, how well does he do here again? Ebola wins the header. It's decent play. And Sprawl does well. That's a great ball in there. And Darren Byfield, eyes must be lighting up thinking he's equalising. But what about that? For a fantastic goal-saving challenge. Breaking hearts, isn't he?
On by McAllister. Now goes triangle edge of the box. Nothing given. And now the tens of thousands of Bristol City supporters look to the ball. There it goes. 4 minutes to salvage a dream that looked so unlikely 12 months ago. Back-to-back promotions and the hopes of them drifting away. Campbell goes down, and this time a free kick will be given. And it will be given to Hull.
And again, it's going to eat up some time. This might take a minute, minute and a half before they even strike this ball.
Campbell down, but Hull by no means out. The end of the stadium they attack here is just about to erupt. Just over 3 minutes away of a party that the city of Hull has never seen.
Brian Hughes has placed the ball. We've got Garcia out here on the right. Do they pass it out and try and waste time?
Hughes to take it. Wasn't far away.
That's a decent effort. He's got this in the locker, hasn't he, Brian Hughes? Trying to whip that ball round and over. Well, not that far away at all, is it? And Dean Windass. Just love that to a nestle.
Could be the reaction of any one of these Hull City supporters who, for the best part of 40 years, has been supporting the club. Well, it is exactly that, in fact. Not have always played for them, but they've always had the place in the heart, and it looks like that blow he struck 6 minutes from half-time is the crucial one. Turner. On by Ashby. Carey. Pulled back at. Yellow card, no surprise.
I don't know why he's complaining, Fraser Campbell. It's like a rugby tackle, isn't it? Again, from Bristol point of view, clock's running down.
Trying to run it down a little more by sending on Dean Marnie for these closing 90 seconds.
Fraser Campbell.
Fantastic supporting role played by Fraser Campbell again. His loan move from Manchester United, which has helped ensure that Hull City will be playing Manchester United home and away in the league next season. Last minute. Must be close to the last chance. In by Lee Johnson. Turner got his head to it. Caleb Folan. Off goes Marnie, the freshest legs out there in Hull City colours.
That's the lot. Caleb Folan, that's the lot of Dean Marnie. And now McAllister is down. Cramp.
Five seems to be the magic number for Phil Brown. Back five, I think he'd want a back 10 to repel Bristol City for these agonising closing moments. Lee Johnson. Caleb Folan. 4 minutes up. "104 years of waiting without ever playing in the top division." Liam Fontaine goes forward. Lee Trundle. Adebola. And away by Mayo. Still alive, still hope for Bristol City. Angled in again by Lee Trundle. And a massive catch, matched by the massive cheer.
Wayne Brown thinks that's it. Jumps on his keeper's back.
Hull City are in the Premier League, and that is something that no one has ever said before, and anyone's listened. Dean Windas's wonderful, magical goal, the cleanest and purest of strikes, has meant that his boyhood dreams, and that of a footballing city, have come true here in North London this afternoon.